Weight loss is simple, not easy. And the faster that you understand this concept, the faster you will get not just losing weight, but actually getting lasting results. Weight loss is simple in that there are several things that you just have to follow every single day for a decent amount of time. The process of weight loss is simple. Eat in a calorie deficit, eat a high protein diet, strength train a couple of weeks, get some steps in and live an active lifestyle, and get good sleep. That part is not difficult. The process is simple. Follow these things day in and day out for a decent amount of time and you will lose weight. That's what most programs, most challenges, and most coaches will tell you. And yes, that is absolutely true. You need to follow those steps in order to lose weight. However, just because it's simple, it doesn't mean it's easy. And it's not easy because you are a human being with thoughts, with beliefs, with feelings, with emotions, with external life stresses, with conditioning, and with an identity that wasn't built around you being a healthy human. And in case you didn't know, all of those things are the reason for or against why you will achieve your goals. The truth is, if you follow that process, you follow the simple steps in order to lose weight, you will lose weight. But there is a difference between losing weight for a short set period of time, for example, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, maybe even 6 months, and being a healthy human for the rest of your life. There is a difference between short-term weight loss and deep, lasting transformation, which means that your results stick for the rest of your life. And this is what most people will not tell you, because most people want to sell you a short-term program and you get results because for a short period of time, you're able to follow the process, you're able to be 100%, you're able to stick to your nutrition plan, you're able to fit in your gym sessions, you're able to hit 10,000 steps for a short set period of time. What happens when that short-term program ends? What happens when your diet ends? For most people, because they no longer have the support, the accountability, or the motivation, they go back to their pre-diet or pre-program habits, which of course means that you'll regain the weight. So whilst yes, you do need to be in a calorie deficit, you do need to go to the gym a couple of times a week, you do need to get your steps in, you do need to eat your protein and do all of the things, if you do not address your thoughts, your beliefs, your conditioning, your mindset, your identity, then those results will not last. Because the truth of weight loss is, it's not just about following the process and losing weight. If you want your results to stick, it requires an entire identity shift. Nobody tells you this, and so you follow the process to a fucking T, and then something happens, you revert to your pre-diet habits, and you regain the weight, and you end up back at square one. You blame yourself, you think you're the fucking problem, you think you have no willpower, you think you have no motivation, you think you're a failure, you think you suck, you think you're incapable of weight loss, but what nobody is telling you is that there is something far deeper than shifting your behaviors that you need to do if you want those results to stick. Now, if you want a quick fix, if you want to just lose weight time and time again for short 8-week stints, this video is not for you. But if you want to deeply transform at an identity level, which means that you don't just lose weight, you actually become a healthy human who lives a healthy life for the rest of your life, you need to understand this. There is behavior change and there is transformational change. Behavior change is shifting your behaviors on a surface level. It's eating healthier, going to the gym, getting your steps in. Anyone can change their behaviors for a short period of time. But there is a difference between weight loss and health. And I am here to help women stop just losing weight and actually get healthy for the rest of their life. The problem that we come up with though is that a lot of people don't want to do this work because it's hard, it's uncomfortable, it fucking sucks. That is the truth. However, if you do this deep transformational work, weight loss becomes a byproduct of who you are being and how you are behaving, and you're not just losing weight, you're becoming a healthy human. What is involved in this deep transformational work is addressing everything that is going on between your two ear holes. It means getting to the root cause of why you even struggle with your weight in the first place. Looking at your childhood conditioning, because I don't know if you know this, but all of our beliefs start there. Looking at your limiting beliefs, looking at your thoughts, looking at your self-talk, understanding who you identify with, reframing your failure stories, your shame stories, your stories of I'm lazy, I have no willpower, I have no follow through, I never finish anything that I start. Looking at your coping modes and understanding that you're using food to escape reality, to comfort yourself, or to numb, avoid, and suppress difficult and uncomfortable emotions. Integrating new non-food related coping modes, meaning not using food to cope, but actually using something that's going to help you regulate and process your emotions. Because the truth is, you don't have a food problem, you have an emotional regulation problem, because most of us were never taught how to deal with or process our emotions. And so therefore we create coping modes. And for you, if you struggle with your weight, food is one of your primary coping modes. Looking at your relationship with food, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your body, your self-worth, and then building the identity of a healthy human, and therefore your behaviors reflect the new identity that we've built. And like I said, I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it. That is hard work. But if you do that hard work up front and you commit to that hard work up front, you'll be able to quit yo-yo dieting for good. You'll be able to completely rewire your brain. You'll be able to completely shift your relationship with food. And as a result, you'll stop losing weight, regaining it, losing weight, regaining it. And instead, you'll just steadily live a healthy life for the rest of your life without these massive fluctuations. So, what all of these diets, quick fixes, programs, challenges are not telling you is that you are actually not the problem. Diets are never set up for long-term success, and the problem is that you have not addressed all of the shit between your ear holes. So to reiterate, weight loss is simple in that there is a step-by-step process that you have to follow, but it is not easy, and therefore it is difficult and challenging because you are a human being with thoughts, beliefs, feelings, emotions, conditioning, and an identity that does not support your future healthy self. If you are looking for a quick fix and you are unwilling to do this work, you are forever going to remain stuck in the yo-yo dieting cycle and this cycle of fucking chaos of lose weight, regain for the rest of your life. Until the point comes that you are willing to address all of the really uncomfortable, difficult shit, the truth is you're forever going to struggle with your weight. At the point that you are ready and willing to address all of the shit in your head, then you will learn how to not only lose weight, but you will learn how to build the identity of a healthy human who lives a healthy life for the rest of their life, and an identity that supports your future healthy self. This is one of the biggest problems that we face in the weight loss or dieting industries. Diets keep you stuck in this forever fucking loop so that you continue to buy their products, programs, and challenges, and don't tell you the truth that if you addressed all the shit in your head, then everything would change. If you've listened to this and you're like, cool, I get it, but how do I change it? I have a 6-week program called Restart that is designed to help you stop yo-yo dieting for good, completely reframe all of the shit in your head, and embody the identity of health. If you're interested, you can find the link to that in the description below. Other than that, thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful, and I will catch you in my next video.